हेलो फ्रेंड्स, टारगेट 90 प्लस सीरीज़ में आज हम प्लांट वाटर रिलेशन देखेंगे जिसका वेटेज है अप्रॉक्सीमेट 5 to 7 मार्क्स। इन सेक्शन 1, व्हाई वाटर एक्ट एज थर्मल बफर। Water has high specific heat, high heat of vaporization and high heat of fusion. Therefore, it acts as thermal buffer. Define root hair. It is cytoplasmic extension of epiblema cell. Give the composition of inner layer of root hair. It is cellulose. What is imbibition? The swelling of hydrophilic colloids due to adsorption of water is called imbibition. What is water potential? The chemical potential of water is called water potential. Define turgor pressure. When solvent enters into the cell and makes the cell turgid, it creates pressure on the cell membrane and cell wall. This is called turgor pressure. What is ascent of sap? The transport of water with dissolved minerals from the root to the other parts against gravity is called ascent of sap. Define guttation. When excess of water is lost in the liquid form through the hydrothods is called guttation. Name the plant in which guard cells are both kidney and dumbbell shaped. Cyperus. Which type of special tissues are present in epiphytic plants? Velamen. Enlist different types of water: gravitational water, hygroscopic water, combined water, and capillary water. Why water is called elixir of life or give biological properties of life? Water, it constitutes 90 to 95% of plant cell. It maintains turgidity and shape of the cell. It acts as best solvent for many solutes. It is the best medium for all biochemical reactions. It is the best transporting medium for all minerals and food. It is essential for photosynthesis. Therefore, it is called elixir of life. Draw and explain structure of root hair. It is cytoplasmic extension of epiblema cell. It is colorless, unbranched, short-lived, tube-like, delicate structure. The length may vary from 1 to 10 mm. It has large central vacuole surrounded by cytoplasm, plasma membrane and cell wall. The cell wall is made up of two layers, outer pectin layer and inner cellulose layer. The cell wall is freely permeable whereas cell membrane is selectively permeable. The diagram of root hair is given below. Write a note on root pressure theory. The activity of root is responsible for the translocation of water. When stem of potted plant is cut, it shows sap oozing out. This proves that root pressure is found. The water with dissolved minerals forced into the xylem and conducted against gravity. This is constant and continuous process. The factors affecting root pressure: oxygen, temperature, moisture, and salt concentration. The objections are given. This theory is not applicable for taller plants. Root pressure in tall gymnosperm is 0. In active transpiration, no root pressure is generated. Explain apoplast and symplast pathway with diagram. Diagram is given below. There are two types of water transport pathway. Apoplast. Water moves through cell wall and free spaces between the cells. Some plant shows presence of Casparian strips in endodermis layer. This strips forces the water to move into cytoplasm and follow the symplast pathway. The symplast pathway. When water passes through cell to cell with the help of cytoplasmic bridges called plasmodesmata, it is called symplast pathway. Explain cohesion tension theory or transpiration pull theory. It is based on two principles: cohesion and adhesion force. Cohesion force is attraction between same molecule and adhesion force is attraction between different molecules. Due to this property, the water is forced and column is developed from roots to the top of the plant. Transpiration pull theory. It is developed in the leaves due to loss of water in the vapor form through the stomata. This increases the withdrawal of water from the xylem into the leaves. Due to continuous transpiration, the water is pulled in upward direction. Explain the transportation of food. The plants require continuous supply of food and nutrition for the development. The chloroplast of the leaves perform photosynthesis and produce glucose. The glucose is converted into sucrose for the translocation. The part where food is formed is called source and the part where food is utilized is called sink. Therefore, food has to travel from source to sink. Vertical transportation. The food is translocated in downward or upward direction. This transport occurs through the sieve tubes of phloem. In horizontal transport, it occurs in root and stem area. The food is translocated from phloem to the pith by radial translocation and to cortex by tangential transportation. Explain Munch pressure theory or mass flow theory. When photosynthetic cell forms glucose, the osmotic concentration increases in the cell. Due to this, the water from xylem is absorbed into the cell by endoosmosis and the cell becomes turgid. Due to increased sugar pressure, the sugar from photosynthetic cell forced into the sieve tube of phloem. This is called loading of veins, occurs at the source. At sinks, the root utilizes sugar and convert extra sugar into starch and reduces osmotic concentration. Due to this, water from root is lost by exoosmosis and sugar enters into the cell. This is called unloading of veins. Food is translocated from higher to lower concentration passively without using ATP. Define transpiration and explain three methods of transpiration. The loss of water in the form of vapor is called transpiration. There are three sites. First, cuticular transpiration, 8 to 10%. It is a waxy layer made up of cuticle present on the surface of leaves and stem. The rate of transpiration is inversely proportional to the thickness of cuticle. It occurs throughout the day. In lenticular transpiration, 0.1 to 1%. Lenticular cells are small, raised structure of loosely arranged cells. Lenticels are porous tissue having large intracellular spaces present on the bark of woody stem. It occurs throughout the day. In stomata transpiration, 90 to 93%. Stomatas are minute apertures formed by two guard cells and accessory cells. The cells are present on epidermis of young stem and leaves. The stomata are distributed on leaves and perform transpiration during daytime. राइट नोट ऑन स्टोमेटा apparatus. डायग्राम आता है या फिर शॉर्ट नोट आता है. So stomata, it consists of two types of cells, guard cells and accessory cells. There are two guard cells. They are kidney shaped in dicot and dumbbell shaped in monocots. Guard cells are nucleated cells with inner thick and inelastic wall, whereas outer is thin and elastic wall. They change their size. Stoma, it is a minute pore bounded by guard cells. The excess water is lost in the vapor form. Accessory cells, they are present around the guard cells. Their number is variable and act as reservoir of K plus ion. Give significance of transpiration. It removes excess water. It helps in passive absorption of water and minerals from the soil. It helps in ascent of sap. It creates turgor pressure in the cell and maintain turgidity. It helps in reducing the temperature of leaf and impart cooling effect. Thank you and all the best for your board exams.